hang on a second, Kylian Mbappe popping up there, and I guess we've got to investigate that a little. There seems to be reports Mane could be on his way to Germany. Mo Salah's future remains up in the air, Phil. So, could you see if one, two of those go, or neither of them go, Kylian Mbappe arriving at Anfield?
Well, you have to read between the lines of what the gaffer said. He doesn't want to get involved with a bidding war, and by that, he doesn't want to get involved with the super inflated price for Mbappe, which some clubs would be prepared to pay. Liverpool, we've seen their transfer dealings over the past few seasons. They've been very shrewd, very frugal. Yeah, if it's too inflated, they won't go near him. But, of course, he's a fantastic player. Would I like to see him at Anfield? Of course I would. You know, adding to what has been one of the most spectacular forward units in recent seasons, bringing him in as well. You know, again, does Sadio leave? It's an interesting one. He's been fantastic for Liverpool this season. He's been a key player. I think it would be a very sad miss. I think the Salah speculation goes on and on. Hopefully that comes to a close one way or another this summer. But yeah, with Diaz on one side and Mbappe on the other, wow, what an attacking threat that would be.
And you could see it, Dean, could you, as maybe a response to what Manchester City have done in bringing in Erling Haaland? Would that make sense?
Yes, it would. I mean, that's an incredible signing for Manchester City to bring in Haaland, especially, I think, at the price that it is. And that's the big issue here, is Liverpool haven't, you would say, gone out and made that, you know, world star signing, which obviously would cost a huge amount for the football club. So I think Jurgen's right. I'm sure they wouldn't want to go over the top for Mbappe, but when you see Haaland down the road at Manchester City, that's obviously going to make them a hell of a lot better already. So you would expect Liverpool to do business, whether it's Mbappe or not. But I thought when Jurgen Klopp signed his contracts, that made me think that Sadio Mane and Salah would both sign new deals. And I still believe that to be the case. And if they do, then I don't expect to see Kylian Mbappe at the football club.
OK. But let's pretend, shall we? It makes it more interesting. Right. Phil, you first of all. If Liverpool were to get Mbappe, and we know City will get Haaland, who has got the better player coming into their club to fit the way they play?
Great question, Rob. I think two very strong players, very strong runners, very athletic. I just think with the pace of Mbappe, that adds to Liverpool's counter-attacking style. When you see them break, Salah, Mane, Diaz, Jota, these guys full tilt, bearing down on defences, they blow them apart. And you add Mbappe into that style and formation, I mean, it could be devastating. You know, we know what Haaland can do. It's that physical presence, either foot, great in the air as well. Holds the ball up, brings others into play. But if there's nothing on, he'll create himself. So two world-class players. And if both of them are in the Premier League next season, wow, what another title race we're going to have.
But put your neck on the line. Who would get the better one?
For me, Mbappe to Liverpool.
OK. Dean?
I mean, I think Manchester City need Haaland more than Liverpool need Mbappe. I think it's that big for City. So many of us have talked about maybe just that one player since Aguero that they've missed. I look at the amount of chances that are created. You know, when you've got the likes of De Bruyne and Bernardo and Grealish, Foden being able to supply you with opportunities, it's going to be like a never-ending buffet for Haaland just to go and feast on goals. And so I see that being just such a crucial signing for City next season. It would worry me if I was fans of other clubs looking to try and win the title with Haaland going there. But I'd love to morph into Mbappe just for one day to have that pace. It must be incredible.
Yeah. Dean, but do you not think we're overlooking the achievements of what Pep's done without a striker. 96 goals in the Premier League this season. Goals coming from all over the pitch. People coming off the bench and contributing. You go, oh, well, we need it. Well, if they win the Premier League this season without a striker, I mean, that maybe Pep is onto something again in the evolution of the game, that you don't need one.
Oh, that pains me that you're going to say that, Phil, for all the big number 9s out there packing their bags. No, I think what I do see with City is I see those, and of course Haaland can score all types of goals, wonderful goals, but I just see so many scrappy opportunities that go missing. Maybe that's me having played the position, and when I watch City, I see the amount of time that the ball falls in certain areas, and I think if there was a striker there, like Aguero was, that gets those scrappy goals and doesn't care and is just looking and is ruthless in terms of trying to get goals, I think there is even more there for a player of that type. And it'll be fascinating to see how Pep Guardiola uses him and in which way the team plays with him in the side.